Nazi Germany and its leader Adolf Hitler are topics that evoke horror and shock. Today, we will explore 10 of the most brutal and shocking facts about this dark period in history. Be prepared, some of these facts may be difficult to hear. Hitler rose to power in 1933, taking advantage of economic crises and political instability. He established a totalitarian regime, suppressing opposition through the Gestapo, which used torture and executions to intimidate the populace. During the Night of the Long Knives in 1934, Hitler eliminated his political opponents, murdering over 100 people, including his former allies. This act demonstrated his ruthlessness and willingness to kill for power. The Holocaust was the most horrific crime in human history. Nazis murdered over 6 million Jews, along with millions of Romani people, homosexuals, communists, and other undesirable groups. This was a systematic extermination that spanned across Europe. Joseph Mengele, known as the Angel of Death, conducted horrific experiments on prisoners in Auschwitz. He studied hereditary diseases and attempted to create the perfect human, subjecting victims to torture, including surgeries without anesthesia. In occupied territories, the Nazis carried out mass executions. One such operation was Operation Reinhard, during which over 2 million Jews were killed in death camps like Sobibor and Treblinka. The Nazi regime also persecuted Christians, especially those who opposed their ideology. Many pastors and priests were arrested, and some perished in concentration camps for their beliefs. Nazis exploited the forced labor of millions, including concentration camp inmates, to sustain their economy and war efforts. Victims worked under horrific conditions, often dying from exhaustion and disease. Nazis created special camps for children, such as orphan camps, where they conducted brutal experiments. Many of these children were taken from their families and subjected to torture. Nazis aimed to destroy not only people but also their culture. Many historical monuments were demolished, and books with undesirable information were burned in mass bonfires. This was not just genocide, it was cultural genocide. After the war, not all Nazis were brought to justice. Many hid, including high-profile criminals like Adolf Eichmann, who lived in Argentina under a false name. His capture in 1960 was a sensation, showing that even decades later, crimes cannot be forgotten. Nazi Germany and Hitler's rule are a tragic chapter in human history. These facts remind us that hatred and prejudice can lead to terrible consequences. We must remember these horrors to prevent similar tragedies in the future. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about significant historical events, please like and subscribe to our channel. Let's learn from the mistakes of the past together.